So, Christine, how did you come to be involved with the White Fathers in the college?
Well, my father-in-law, James Hughes, was working here with the brothers, more or less teaching in the building. He was a builder himself. And he sent a message to my husband and I. We weren't long married at the time. Please, John, I could do with your expertise here. Can you give me a few weeks? So we came for a month's holiday, and John was working on the tower at this end, and we enjoyed it so much that we stayed.
So where did you become involved, Mrs. Hughes?
Well, my husband and I were here when we first came. We lived in a little bungalow, a wooden bungalow that was around the corner there, and we stayed there until the July, and then we got a house in the village. My husband did the job that father-in-law wanted him to do, and he did a lot of work, and then he got employed locally, and it's just been a great place to be. That was 1938, the beginning of 1938. Well, as you know, the war came along soon after that, and it was a great place to be here, because we had people coming from Glasgow staying with us, and the priest used to say, "Is your house made of elastic?" Because there were so many, and they all seemed to, we're staying at Christians all the time. But we enjoyed having them all, and it was a good place for us because it was so quiet. We didn't know there was a war, except in 1942 eventually my husband was called up, and things were different, but we still enjoyed it. It was a nice place to bring up my children, and they still live in the village, in the district. My daughter did go away for a while. She went to college. My son was away in college in Edinburgh for 3 years too, but my daughter lived in Glasgow at college.
So what is your memory of when the boys came, and how were you involved in that?
Yes, it was really wonderful. The first lot of boys always wore a uniform, a kilt. Father Boyd was one of the boys then. He was still a student. I had a photograph of him in his kilt, and a number of years ago Father Hines came along and asked for pictures. He was going to write a book and put pictures in it. I've never ever heard if the book was completed, but he got all my photographs away.
Oh, we'll look into that. Father Hind. Father Hind.
That was quite a while ago now. And then eventually when the young students were here, they couldn't afford to pay the laundry, and they wanted someone to do the laundry. So myself and another lady in the village, Mrs. Wood, we did the boys' laundry. And that's how really we got involved with the boys. Then, other than that, we were here at Mass always, all the time, mostly daily, and then when I started working, once my children were at school, I got a local job, and we were always here on Sundays. But we had it was a very happy place to be.